Hello everyone, welcome to today's session on Tableau. With me, Abidunisa Begum on behalf of Tech. So, the topic that we are going to talk about today is Introduction to Tableau. What all is there in Tableau and why do we use Tableau in its advantages, disadvantages, and all. So, we shall see that in today's video. But before that, let me just give you a gist about my profile. So, I am a data science trainer. I've worked with R, Python, and Tableau. So I've given trainings in that. Classroom trainings, corporate trainings, and even online trainings. And I also teach machine learning concepts and basics like statistics as well, because that is the main root of data science. So that's all about me. Going ahead with today's video, let us see the agenda of today's video. So we are going to see, we are going to learn about Tableau, its introduction, what is Tableau, when, how, where, everything. And then its advantages and disadvantages and the applications of Tableau. So that is it. Then going ahead, let's go to the topic directly now. So Tableau, when was it introduced? It was launched in the year 2003 in the month of January by an American interactive data visualization software company. So they launched it, and the people behind it were Christian Shabbat, Pat Hanrahan, and Chris Told. And where was it? It was in Mountain View, California. Now that is about how it was launched and where. So that's about it. Then going ahead with what is Tableau actually? So if going by the definition, it's a business intelligence tool which helps us visualize the data or present the data in the form of dashboards and worksheets. So what does this definition say actually? So it is a business intelligence tool. Business intelligence tools, they help you to visualize your data or to present your data, whatever reports you are creating in specific, whatever reports that you create, how do you visualize it, how do you present it? So that is what Tableau does. It's a business intelligence tool. It helps you create different reports and also publish them and visualizing them in different forms. Your data, it can also be in different forms like a raw data, or it can be processed data. So you can take that data and present it in the form of different charts or pictures, any pictorial representation or videos. So that is how Tableau works. To give you an example, you can see here there is an Excel sheet, all the data in that Excel sheet. So if you want to analyze that, you will have to do different processes. If you cannot understand that in a first look, you cannot understand what's happening there. You'll have to read the data, the numbers and all, then you'll understand what is it about, and then you understand whether it's what is the feedback or what is the report that it is trying to give you. But when you see this pictorial representation, by seeing this histogram, you can or the bar graph or the pie chart, anything, when you look at them, you can realize what the data is trying to tell you. In a pie chart, you can see how much parts, what certain things are divided into. And in this graph, whether it's bar or histogram, you can see how does it go, whether what percentage, what thing has more percentage when compared to the other. So you can directly understand in your first look as well, and it is very compelling because human brain, it tends to understand pictures more than the data that is in the form of text. So that's how it works. You're taking this raw data and you are converting it into pictorial representation. You are creating your reports basically. So that is how this Tableau works. That is what Tableau is doing. It's the basic principle of it. Let us see, why are we using Tableau? See, this data visualization can be done with different tools. Like even if you're looking into data science only, what you can do, you can use R and Python also for data visualization. Then what is the need of Tableau then? Why are we using Tableau? What is what was the need for introducing Tableau? So R and Python, what do? They have certain libraries which you'll require to install, and then there are certain codes to do it, right? So, but in Tableau, you don't have that. What you have to do is you just drag and drop. That's the technology used in Tableau. That's the simple thing, dragging and dropping the data. So that is what Tableau does. So comparatively, definitely this, explains our first and second points here. It's fast and easy to use. You don't need you don't need, any coding for this. This is a no code platform, Tableau is. So you're directly using it for visualization or presenting your reports, directly dragging and dropping the data. And it's very interactive and compelling. The dashboards that it creates, they are interactive and they are compelling. So you can use, different charts and different graphs, different plots, and that's how you represent your dashboard. You can even use pictures or videos or, these 3D images and all. There are many things that this has, so it's very interactive. You can understand, and it's compelling. And then access multiple databases directly. What are multiple databases? Databases like different data repositories, that is Excel or SQL or Hadoop. There are so many, right? So that's how you can access them directly. So I guess there are approximately 30 plus databases that you can access directly from Tableau. Then next point is Gartner. If you are not aware, Gartner is actually an advisory company. It's actually a research and advisory company. It's a world's leading research and advisory company. So they have qualified Tableau to be the most efficient of the BI tools available for data visualization. Okay, so that is one of, very good point where you can tell that Tableau should be used, or why you should use Tableau. I hope I have made myself clear till here. So now that we are done with, what is Tableau, when was it launched, and how is it, how it works and all, and why are we using it, let's go ahead and see what are the different products in Tableau, or what are the different tools are there in Tableau. So like you can see, there are Tableau Desktop, Tableau Online, Tableau Server, Tableau Reader, and Tableau Public. So these are the five of them. So what do you do here? Basically, what does Tableau do? Like we have seen, creating the reports and publishing the reports. So the basic principle. Here, the Tableau Desktop and Tableau Online, they help you create different reports. How do you create reports? If you know about ETL, extract, transform, and load, that is how you create the reports. So what are you doing? You're extracting the reports from different databases like SQL, Excel, Hadoop, spreadsheet, and cloud apps, access data warehouse, there are many to name. So you access them, you extract the data from there, and what do you do next? You transform the data. You're transforming the data, you are processing the data, analyzing. So whatever you want to, work on the data, you do it, and then you load it on this uh, in the data warehouses. So there, what do? You present, you present the data. So this is the process. So Tableau Desktop and Tableau Online, they help you create these different reports. Then there is Tableau Server, Tableau Reader, and Tableau Public. What do? They help you publish those reports. Now, why are you, creating the reports after all? Not just for you to look at it, right? You definitely need to publish it because you want to show it, you want to present it in front of someone. So that is why you are producing these reports. So you definitely will want to publish it. And with the help of Tableau, you can publish these reports on desktops, tablets, and phones. So they can be published. These reports can be published in any of these. So that's what these three, Tableau Server, Tableau Reader, and Tableau Public does. So These are all the Tableau products. The first two, desktop and online, Tableau desktop and Tableau online, for creating the reports. The next three, Tableau server, Tableau reader, and Tableau public, they are used for publishing the reports. So I hope I have made myself clear till here. Then let us see what do we have next. So we will see the advantages and disadvantages. Like everything, has its own advantage and disadvantage. Definitely, it is technology. There has to be some advantages and disadvantages. So Tableau also has its own pros and cons. Then let us see first what are the advantages here. So advantages would include the perfect graphics and visualization capabilities. Like I said, there are so many, approximately, 24 different types of charts that you can produce, and there can be different 3D images, there can be videos. The graphics in Tableau here, they are perfect, and visualization, compelling visualizations you have in this. So that is the best use or best advantage of Tableau. Then it can be fully integrated support for R and Python. You can use this. It provides integrated support for R and Python. Then it is compatible with robust platforms like AWS. AWS, if you have heard about it, Amazon Web Services, I'm sure most of us know it. So it's very much compatible with them. And you can connect it to any repository, data repository or data management system, starting from MS Excel to Hadoop clusters. So what all did they include? To name some of them, we have SQL, we have MS Excel, like we can see, we have Hadoop clusters, we have spreadsheets, we have different cloud applications, and then Access data warehouses. So these are to just to name some. So you can connect directly, and then the data storage in Tableau. 100 GB of data storage is what you have in Tableau. So that is huge. When compared to any other BI tool, it has a huge data storage. So that is another plus point or advantage. Then it offers the facility to create no code data queries. So, like I said in the previous, just some time back, that it does not require coding. You can just drag and drop. That is the technology that you are using in this. So So there is no need of coding here. We are just dragging and dropping the data that we have. You can, like I said, the procedure, complete procedure, creating the reports, extracting it, analyzing it, and then you are directly publishing it. Then we have certain disadvantages as well, that, the license cost of acquisition for Tableau, it's quite high comparatively. And though it's very easy to use, you definitely require some knowledge of different things like SQL. You need to know about it, right? Before you working on it, before you extract data from SQL, from MySQL, you should know about it. And you should also know about Oracle. Oracle is another different RDBMS, so you should know about it. So though it is easy to use, some of the functionalities, they require technical expertise. So that those are some of the disadvantages. What do we see here? These are different visualizations. So we can see different charts, histogram, bar graphs, and the pie chart. There are different things. So what do we get to know from this? What do we learn from this? So you can see what the reports, different reports, you have worked on different data, and the reports you have created. Now these, in every industry you have data, you are analyzing the data, and you definitely have to present that data. So how it is used, how Tableau is used in different industry. So first let us see the banking sector. In banking sector, how is it used? There are you get to know about, if you want to know, you are taking the bad debts or the data of the bad customers, or any, you're just taking out the customers data, and you're just checking about it. So how is the, if it is about the payments of the loans, or about the paying of bill of the credit cards, and to check if the transactions, about the transactions, the fraud, and this what do you say, genuine transactions done by the customer. So everything, you're just taking all the data and then you represent that. So how does it work? And if you have different schemes that you have to sell to the customer, how do you use, and how do you see if it's very effective? You produce a report for this. So suppose if there is a loan that a bank wants to market about it, and then they want to sell those plans and all. So what do? How do they check if it's working? So they check it using these data. They get to know it through these visualization reports, I mean visualized reports that you have created. And it is also used in hospitals or healthcare sector. Healthcare sector it can be used, I can take an example of any medicine that has been produced, and how, what effect is it giving in what patients. So if you're taking a patient's records and you're using this data, his previous data, you know whatever problems he has, based upon that, if you are checking the efficiency of the medicine that he's using, so you'll get to know if it's giving positive effects or negative effects. That is how you are checking it in Tableau, the visualization, the chart that shows you. Then you also have these insurance companies. How is their plans working? Again, how it is giving you a positive or a negative effect. In, if taking an example of pie charts, how so if there is a class of certain students, so how many, or if there is a school or college, so if you want to check how many students have taken what subject, so there are science students, there are math students, there are both science and maths, I mean maths and bio students. So how do you take it? You are taking it in a pie chart. You're just, I mean, you can represent it through a pie chart. So these percentage of students, so that what you have an Excel sheet, and there in that you mention, they mention like these students are for science or bio, these students are for mathematics, and these students are for both. So if you want to present it, and during the time of presentation, if you show the Excel data, they cannot understand. While the same, if you represent it in the pie chart, that these 50% students are for maths, and the remaining 30% are for bio, the next 20% are for both. So that is what their major subjects are. So you are dividing it this way. So this way you are actually presenting the data and making it simple to understand. That is what data visualization does. So I hope I have made myself clear, and let us see if you have any queries. Just let us know. I'll give you the contact details. So you can contact us on Skype, on our number, and even through our mail ID. You can just mail us directly whatever doubts you have, and you can just let me know if there's anything else you want to know about it. So let's meet you in the next class. Goodbye till then. All the very best. Happy learning.